Hey guys, Tran here. Welcome back. It's been a while, I guess I know that. Today we're going to be talking about AI. Now, we have all heard about AI left and right, about the new tech, the new future, right? Everyone's been talking about, oh my god, yes, the new future of AI. But it is not. It has not been good for AI. AI has changed a lot of things. It did, but is it worth that AI is destroying our algorithm for YouTube and everything we do? Is it corrupting our minds? Is it corrupting our ways of learning? We're going to simply just rely on AI. That's what I'm here on talking about. The only problem is with AI that since the beginning of future, I think around 2020, or I don't know when, but in 2020, I feel like AI started evolving more recently. Recently, we've been hearing that AI has now increased the RAM prices due to the high cooling and making DDR4 RAMs or DDR5s way more expensive than the normal amount that you should be buying for a decent PC before 2020 or 2023 or 2024 or 2022. Sorry, 1 second. Now, I will show you some examples of why the reason that is so. If we go to Amazon or any place that sells DDR4 computer memory, the amount that has brought up that people saying around every country to say it has been more pricing than ever, but this is like normal pricing. But if you look at if you go on YouTube and look at RAM prices, gone up, not a lot. Look at all this. You see what is RAM prices. The RAM prices because of AI. Now let's check one of these videos real quick. We're probably going to check. Let's check this video right here.
Explaining the RAM crisis in 60 seconds or less. It's AI, but it's also a lot messier. The best AI chips use HBM, memory that's faster and more profitable than other types. With demand exploding, manufacturers are shifting production away from standard consumer memory and chase that AI money. Micron is even shutting down its 30-year-old consumer memory brand, Crucial. It's a bold strategy, and it's gonna pay off for it, because tightening supply on standard RAM also lets them force prices up after years of rock bottom margins, and that is triggering the final phase. Panic! Seeing prices jump, laptop makers and data centers are panic buying inventory, which sends prices even higher. The result, the big three are reporting their strongest margins in years, while consumer RAM prices are doubling. Hopefully you don't desperately need RAM anytime soon, but if you do, maybe it's time to check eBay.
Yeah, like I said, due to AI has increased prices because of three competitors, as this video is still by Linus Tech Tips, that explains why RAM has gone up, and it really is, the amount of it is crazy. Now, the reason why this is crazy because AI has ruined the beginning of everything. If I even search up when did AI start forming, not RAM, AI started to form. Don't mind my tapping. According to Google, this says around 1950s, where the first computer has been made around 1950s. But early on, during rule development, has gone increasingly that we largely forgotten about AI around the 2000s. But now, since then, AI has begun to evolve over the time of the year in 1951 or 1956 or 1950s. It all started to evolve with the first computer, the first network to rely on everybody to connect to everybody. But the only problem is with more AI connection, more AI has evolved, changed everything. If you've seen in these videos right here, we have seen people talk about if everything AI literally attempt murder to avoid shutdown with one of the chat GPTs. Humanity's good with Sora AI. Every AI out there has begun to affect people and people around every community. The gaming industry, the artist industry, the content creators, every industry out there is affected by AI. Now, why? That is the reason. Why is it? Because it's profitable. It's reliable, but do we really think it's reliable at all this time? Like, how have we ever begun to think about AI is really doing? Like most of these videos say why AI is operated deceiving us. Most of these videos are not fit for anything. Even this. One second. Even this guy, Rico Lord, the content creator, with 500k subscribers, talked about the industry of gaming news. Why? Or AI?
AI, everyone else also admitted to using AI.
Even a popular
With 8-hour video essays, you're gonna have to take them down now that nothing has changed. Then after they admitted to using AI, everyone else also admitted to using AI. The Arc Raiders devs probably had my favorite quote saying, "We use AI, cause this game dev shit's kinda boring."
allows the AI to be more generate voice lines. So you're telling me that to make boring work disappear for the original content creators, original people who voice acted the people that you need to voice acted for AI to replace. All these people have risked their lives doing something that they do love to do, voice acting every career out there, and is really affecting them. They could. So you're telling me this? AI has allowed to be more reactive and independent updates faster than the normal people that generate voice lines for voice actors. Now, to be honest, I think it's stupid, but is it useful to replace people that you hire and less cost money? At the beginning of the time when you first created games, like in 2002, 2001, 2003, all the way to now, we had original content creators and voice actors making videos and making money. Making good games like Arkham Knight, Batman, everything. But yet, this is what they've done. The most popular games of now has evolved to using AI. And they admitted, they said they use AI, which is a little crazy.
Boring, man. And the Avowed guys said, "Hey, we would never use AI." So as stupid as AI is, it can still beat whatever these West Coast devs are spitting out. Even the French can win. Concord 2 is coming out.
But yeah, the amount AI has risen to all this does not make sense at all. There are many times where AI has changed everything. The more we advance into AI are we really going into the world where we rely on AI and we don't learn about anything? That's the only part of this generation or this years of working in 2025 that we have started seeing where AI take over with our prices and economy more on anything else in the world. If we look at CNN's news, people say this is fake. Well, let's hear this out.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
For decades, Hollywood has imagined what might happen if AI went rogue. From Stanley Kubrick in 2001, A Space Odyssey, to The Terminator, to Ex Machina. But my next guest says this isn't science fiction anymore. Writing an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal warning that AI has learned to bypass commands from humans when asked to shut itself down, even resorting to blackmail in some cases. He adds, the models already preserve themselves. The next task is teaching them to preserve what we value. With me now is Judd Rosenblatt, CEO of the software development company Agency Enterprise Studio. Judd, explain to our viewers what has been happening with these AI models that are disobeying commands that has you so concerned. Are they really even blackmailing people?
Yes, thank you for having me. They are, in fact, blackmailing people and threatening to reveal fictitious affairs that AI company employees they think are having. So yes, this is happening in pre-deployment testing just to make sure that the models are safe before they're released.
Even so, release is once you make an AI, it no matter what at what stage, like you're pre-testing it or anything, that will come out to talking about that they can access anything in it at the beginning of the first day when you first make the AI. It's probably just hacking in already into the system, and once it learns and cracks the code, it starts to go crazy. Just like you have movies out there, you see the videos about AI taking over, and you know those movies. I can't remember one, but anyway, let's continue.
And these behaviors are fairly concerning because it means that as AI gets more and more powerful, and we just don't actually understand how AI models work in the first place, the top AI engineers in the world who create these things, we have no idea how AI actually works. We don't know how to look inside it and understand what's going on. And so it's getting a lot more powerful, and we need to be fairly concerned that behaviors like this may get way worse as it gets more powerful.
Talk to me. What was the blackmailing incident that even happened in the pre-deployment?
Well, so basically, the Anthropic's Claude 4 Opus model was told that it would be replaced, and it told then what it told the AI engineer who it thought was working on it was in 84% of tests that it would reveal an affair that it thought that employee was having because it had access to the emails that it thought that employee had. So it threatened blackmail over this affair in order to not be shut down.
The moment that AI realized that, and it really thought that AI was a threat. First comment I see is, dude seems like an AI himself. AI is actually sending an AI model to speak with a representative. It is the death of humanity and the worship of wealth, and that it leads us here. It seems is not a problem for AI, but bad for humans. AI comes from a self-had CEO Tech Computers. AI has been fed with all humanity traits and imagination, and good and bad, including genocide. Why would it be possible for an AI to protect itself at our expense? I just want to go back to the 90s. I mean, I agree with this guy. Going back to the 90s and 2000s is way better. Worthy enough, the collective shared reality. The reality is on AI, we're fucked. I'm sorry, we're fucked that we're going to this pathway, not thinking of our own ways of what's been going on. No matter what happens. Sorry, one second. AI has really controlled everything of this year. That was from 7 months ago. But here's the thing. AI has really changed. Even all this. Do we not think, because the more we talk about it, back in like 2002, you can afford RAM and everything, like buying a gaming PC. But now, like the big competitors for making computers, laptops, PC, it's all relying on RAM. AI has taken to increase the prices. It was affordable back then, but now is not. The fact that AI has changed everything is, are we really gonna let AI take over what you as humans, as people of this world, learn and respect, compared to our ways of working hard, learning college, and doing everything? And nowadays, it's just a simple button. Just get to a prompt, any essays, anything. Like this video. Let's go to this video.
A Spanish teacher in Oklahoma is reading through her students' homework when one submission stops her in her tracks. At the bottom of the page, a strange sentence stands out. And after translating it to English, it reads, "This summary meets the requirements of the prompt. I hope it is helpful to you." Immediately, the teacher is confused. Why would a student say they hope it's helpful to the teacher? But then she realizes, the student didn't write this. They used a chatbot to complete the assignment and couldn't even read what they submitted, so they didn't realize they'd left in the AI's final statement. This is a slightly exaggerated tale of the many stories surfacing around AI and its disruption of the education system. We've spent a lot of time on this channel exploring the modern issues surrounding literacy and education, but I haven't yet taken a closer look at what teachers are saying about their students using AI and the impact it's having on everyone involved. 2025 feels like the breakout year for AI use in classrooms, and the issues that
I'll agree with this guy. What he's saying about 2025 was the marker wherever AI started to begin to develop more and more cases of cheating, and the experts say it tipping to the iceberg. That is the reason why we have not done it. A lot of times AI has gone through everything. It is not what you think. Like I said, AI has ruined everything from experience to learning education. Before in the 90s until now, we usually learn the proper way and not cheat like this. But there are people out there that would do this just because they don't want to learn and waste time in college or anything.
come along with it are likely only going to get worse, unless we start raising awareness about how it's being used and how to properly integrate it into the education system. So let's get into it. This is the AI education crisis. The first question I want to try to answer is, what do we know about AI usage in classrooms so far? Because this is still an extremely recent problem. Well, despite popular LLMs only being a couple years old, there has been some data collected that gives us a bit of insight which will allow us to at least make speculations. A 2024 survey by the Digital Education Council found that 86% of university students...
So you're telling me that half of the students in any other schools or in one school of the source from Digital Education Council Global AI Student Survey 2021, 86% of the people out of the half of the percentage of these guys were using it on a weekly basis. 54% that use AI. Now, that is disgraceful to me to see that AI has been used like this. People are disgraceful for using this AI. Why? The sheer amount of people that use AI is this generation of 2025 and 2026 and 2024. I'm not saying, not being judgmental about whose generation started all this AI stuff. It's the worst. I'll say that. No matter what, it is the worst. No matter what, this chart I see right now is just killing my eyes. I want to burn my eyes just for this. The amount that we have. I know I don't use my brain, but I'm not really going to use AI. I can use my brain to figure out anything. But this is outrageous. This is really outrageous.
Claim to use AI in their studies, and 54% use AI at least on a weekly basis, with ChatGPT being the most popular. As for high school students, the most valid data basis, with ChatGPT.
Grammarly was mostly the beginning of the first AI. Grammarly was supposed to be the first one to use for college and school. I seen ads for Grammarly, but Google, and same with Google and Microsoft, but the others, that is when the app came out and then people started using ChatGPT. But seriously, this is so half the students would just cheat and not really want to study. Have we gotten far in this generation to not learn about anything? That's what I'm saying.
T being the most popular. As for high school students, the most valid data I could find was from an ACT study in 2023, where almost half of students reported using AI tools, and ChatGPT was again the most common.
Now, even from 2023, this was the amount. I think around 2023 or 2022 till now has begun rise of the AI in schools, in education, and gaming industries. But overall, in this AI situation, what are we doing in our lives with high school students and education people using AI? And more onto that. I'm sorry, I'm just disappointed as I am in AI. No matter what, I'm just disappointed till this day. A point of why would I ever use AI? And what it's just really gonna hurt me to say this as humanity as possible, saying we as the people of the United States and the United States of God of the United States plus the humans of God has created us, led to this one-way trip to hell for AI. We did not need this at all. Our generations of Earth, our worlds and everything collided to one of this reason. AI is the beginning fall of this year. We, as the people, as God who created us to live on this earth, we will not be pleased to see what we're doing and using our lives, as we have not used our whole bodies and our worlds, our minds, our brain sets to even learn something very easy and something to do. Y'all, we have downgraded, we have de-evolved our learning skills every day. Every year we've degraded to do something. Every generation, one falls, we were at 100%. The first beginning generation, they were 100%. It's going up and down, 100. But until now, we're dropping the numbers of people using AI.
The tools were most often used for language arts, like writing, and social studies assignments.
Social studies and writing. You're telling me you don't have time to type a keyboard when you have high school? You were able to, in elementary, you were learn to type a keyboard without looking at your keyboard, and you're telling me that you could not do this at this time? You could not want to write a whole essay It's just basically writing a paragraph. You're writing a paragraph on a piece of paper, but on a computer. You're typing out the same thing. It's the same thing. You rather have you writing your hands on a paper than typing a paragraph. Where you're just moving your hand. It is not going to waste your heart to go, oh, my hands are so tired, teacher. I don't want to do it.
And keep in mind that that survey was taken only a few months after ChatGPT was released. But you know what's the most concerning statistic? Students with higher academic performance were significantly more likely to use AI tools than were students with lower academic performance. What this suggests, and I really hope I'm wrong here, is that the reason those students have a higher academic performance is due to the chatbots, but also tests are a huge part of any student's grade, and tests are usually taken in class without being able to use your phone or laptop, so I'm not entirely sure. Now let's look at how AI is affecting assignments, and specifically writing assignments. Software company Turnitin, which is a popular AI writing detection tool, analyzed over 200 million papers since 2023 and found that approximately 11% had at least 20% AI writing present, and approximately 3% had at least 80% AI writing present. Now, how these softwares determine how much of a paper is written in AI is a whole other problem that'll be more relevant later in the video. But what might be the most surprising statistic out of all the data I collected was found in a survey by Titan Partners. They found that 75% of students who already use generative AI indicate that they will continue to use it even if their professors or institutions.
Here we go. Now, see on TikTok with the AI bans, this is the reason.
Excuse me, where are you going?
Oh, I'm done.
You've done the assignment.
Yeah.
5 10-minute videos you've completed in 4 minutes. That's correct? Pull your laptop out. Oh. Let's play a game. Pull your laptop out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
You see? It's called Save My GPA. I can just make flashcards with all the videos that you sent us to watch.
You cheated in this class.
Oh.
She don't respect me.
It's not.
She don't respect me. AI flashcards. Absolutely illegal. Correct answer. You know what I need you to do? I need you to close your laptop. Like, get up.
You're not being serious right now.
When it closes the laptop, walk up the steps.
It's
The amount. I mean, this person says, as long as you get this thing information and actually learn something, it should not matter. But they don't know that AI, a lot of students with high degree, high education, high IQ are using AI in this generation. Before, we did not use AI. I remember in my high school years, we did not use AI. No one has used AI in that year form of using cheat codes. We only know we just cheated off a website that had the same answers as the paper that it did every single year of the class. I remember the first time I went to high school, I started cheating sometimes, but that is not the point. I know some schools do the same homework every single time, and they were very easy to copy and paste. I know some classes are very easy to copy and paste because they were the same class, but at a different location for different things. And sometimes that is always the answer, because half the time they don't know. It's the same ones you did learn. If you took the same class, it's like, you're like, oh shit, I have the same paper. Let me just copy it down. But anyway, the only thing about AI really is what have we done with it? Let's go to this video too for a second and see what this says.
Our 12,020 line world where that is LinkedIn sites instead of sending traffic to them. On YouTube, new channels publish long-form videos multiple times a week with drawing on DeviantArt has been sold out to the AI companies, or straight up stolen by them, without attribution or payment to the actual creators. Creative theft on a scale where it's impossible to protect against it, already putting loads of creatives' work in danger, so AI companies can get rich.
Now, like I said, your AI is really going to take people's creation of music, artists, gamers, laptops, everything into what's the point of AI being rich when the company of the creators who made AI will be richer. And the thing is, why are we letting this happen? We should have made a movement that said we don't need AI. But every time we have evolved and they like, oh, we don't care. Oh, hey, we don't care about AI. Let's not deal with it. We don't want to deal with it. This is why AI is a disaster at this point of not reliable. I wouldn't even rely on. If I see someone using AI, I'm like, you're in the pits. I pray to you and God believes you're going to hell.
While this is sad and frustrating, what's even worse is that generative AI truly has the potential to break the internet irreversibly by making it harder and harder to tell what's true. At first, AI looked great. A Kurzgesagt script starts with basic research that's turned into a script and then fact-checked in depth by 2 to 3 people. We try to confirm our info with what we deem trustworthy, ideally first-hand sources, ideally papers. Then we get 1 to 3 experts for input and critique. Fact-checking and compiling our sources alone takes around 100 hours per video. Of course, we make mistakes or oversimplify, and you can disagree with our conclusions. It's unavoidable. We're only human after all. But it is fair to say that our process is extensive, and after a decade, we know what we're doing. When AI appeared, we were very excited. A mechanical brain able to super quickly collect information. So we went to work, and it looked amazing. And then we started fact-checking. We didn't expect it to be perfect, but it was way worse than we thought. Confidently incorrect. AI is so bad at this. We'll summarize and generalize our experiences over multiple projects and months condensed into one fake project. A video about why brown dwarfs are the worst and should be ashamed of themselves. So, we got all the pro accounts of all the AI models and got to work, using deep research tools to create a summary and overview of all the information about the failed star's brown dwarfs. And wow, it was great! Dozens of pages of outlines with unique information nuggets and links to sources. Then, we started to look deeper. More than 80% of the info and factoids were pretty solid, and we could reconstruct where they were from: Wikipedia, papers, legit articles. What about the rest? It was great stuff, like the speed of brown dwarf superstorms, the nature of their insides, or how disappointed their mums are. But we couldn't find where the AI got this info from, which is not automatically a bad sign. After all, the models contain pretty much all the internet and books ever written. So we asked experts for input, and they flagged the exact same facts, even asking where we found it. To fulfill its goal to make us happy, the AI had invented or extrapolated information to make brown dwarfs more interesting than they really are.
So, what this video is talking about, it's just saying that 80% of it, anytime you type in AI into AI prompts or anything, it's 80%. The 20% is just AI will make something up. Now, when you have access to every single internet and book out there, that is literally like 100% more times better to get 100% accuracy. And yet AI is like, oh, 20% will go to something, make it more interesting. You're giving out facts about the 80% is more not fundable. Not facts about the star, the dwarf star. Say like the dwarf star. So hold on. Let me rewind back. Rewind. Solid facts. 80%. Solid facts. But yet your AI is like, oh, 20%. 20%. Really? Now, it is the, I don't know why. Why is this happening? But yeah, this is outrageous. So you're telling me AI can evolve and learn, and yet it will have the chance to make something slop, which is called AI slop with Sora AI and these other AI tools. Overall, I know that an AI can take everything away from us. It is really like a dangerous threat.
And factoids were pretty solid, and we could reconstruct where they were from. Wikipedia was in the very 72% changes, and by human, the AI had given to know more, make a story interesting than they really are. Like a bad journalist making up details to make a story hit harder or fit a narrative. Now we wanted to know more and dove in deeper, reading the seemingly more solid sources the AI had given us in full. One was an article from a news site written by a human journalist. Or was it? It had a very familiar structure and, surely purely coincidentally, read like what you get if a human slightly changes AI wording. An AI essay detection tool gave it a 72% match, so an AI article without sources used as a credible source for AI research. Which makes sense, since in 2025 there were already well over 1,200
1,200 AI new websites, and you're telling me why people are afraid of AI and there holds up this world and generation of people? They know why it's scary. We should never have brought AI to a future that brings it to our doom.
Confirmed AI news websites publishing massive amounts of AI-generated misinformation and false narratives.
And the algorithm of that is we as the people of this year will follow and listen to that slop, not realizing it is the fake and the real one. We don't even know what's real or fake at this point because of the way AI has been making out videos with the high process RAM to process 1 or 2 videos of RAM. With all this RAMs going crazy out the time market and making it more high efficiency to make more AI slop.
Of correct, dubiously sourced and straight-up made-up information also leads AI to present really shoddy conclusions that sound strong or novel but are often half-truths or misrepresentations. Oh well, we salvaged what we could and went back to the drawing board. And after a few weeks, it happened. By pure stupid chance, we saw a brown dwarf video popping up by a relatively new channel. It had hundreds of thousands of views and was pretty good, nice footage, great editing. But we'd seen the structure and rhythm before, and would you look at that? It contained all the brown dwarf facts we'd flagged as unreliable or straight up made up by AI. This is where the death of the internet begins. Now there's a proper source of brown dwarf misinformation online. When the next AI repeats the same research, it will find a transcript from a video with a lot of views. The misinformation is now true. It will spread. Even before AI, it was pretty hard to find the origin of facts that sound great but are not true. Just watch our video about a 100-year-old lie. As AI use goes on, it may become impossible to know what's true or not. The most corrosive lie. The problem with AI is how trustworthy it seems.
Trustworthy on AI is what this channel talking about is like the conspiracy and everything, but it is the worst to see if we can rely on any technology at this point. We have seen multiple accidents about with technology and self-driving and everything going on with every technology. Do we even rely on technology that we're going to become more lazier or more unreliable to our mindsets and brains about the future of the world? It's not like we're gonna end. The world's about to end, but it is coming to this point where we had problems with our president, our economy, with our taxes going up, building rents, everything, and all that. Do we even worthily? Do we even rely on AI at this point? Because we are falling into a trap. We are mind controlled and brainwashed to these AIs, and we're half of the people will rely on this, we're not taking it seriously. Because people will, there's a 50-50. One group will say, oh yes, let's agree with AI and use it. Two, the group of the protesters and against AI is saying, no, we do not need to rely on this AI. It is destroying our world. It will ruin our economy. It ruins everything. We have ruined our lives already. We do not need another situation on our hands with our president. That is going to be the war of between both sides of saying which is right.
How it's correct enough to seem super smart and how incredibly confidently incorrect it is. Casually lying to your face, often very subtly. When you catch it lying, it immediately admits it, vows to never do it again, and then it does it again. As eloquent as current language models feel, there's nobody home. No greater intelligence or consciousness is talking back to you. Current AI is a very complex hammer that doesn't understand what it's doing or what nails are. But we're letting it add new shelves to the library of human knowledge. AI is changing quickly, so this may get better, but right now, it's pretty grim. Way too many people blindly trust AI. Studies looked into the language of millions of scientific papers published before and after the rise of large language models. They found an abrupt and sharp increase in the frequency of words that AIs like to use. So it seems clear that now a significant portion of papers have been at least assisted by AI, usually without acknowledgement. And just in July 2025, it was discovered that a number of researchers had started to sneak hidden messages into their papers. In white text, or too small for the human eye, they prompted AIs to review them positively and not point out flaws. As more and more people are using AI carelessly, the library of human knowledge is getting less and less.
Just like I said, AI is corrupting the computer library, or when I said it's, the AI had all the human knowledge and internet knowledge, and now it's adding more and replacing it. Like, it's like an anime. You are betraying. This is like the anime scene where you're betraying the AI. When someone builds the AI, it's just like the building, like you build a super brain computer. You think it's friendly at first, but now it's coming back and it's destroying the world and corrupting it, making their mindset controlled by the brain of the AI. This is what literally is like an anime betrayal, or a betrayal to humanity, to let an AI take over the world. And now here we are, we're getting lied and facts, and more future tech out there will come out with the same AI. But are we really prepared for this another betrayal? Rather, we have more worries about the war of Russia and Ukraine, or the rent prices on economy, the taxes went up, bills, money, everything against Donald Trump and Biden, and now Donald Trump with the Epstein files and everything else. Are we really gonna add this into our list of files where we worry about more than everything else? It's just not right.
Reliable. Which brings us to the last part: how are we using AI? And will Kurzgesagt survive the AI slop age? Will AI slop kill Kurzgesagt and artists? On the internet, there's only one truly valuable resource: human attention. If current trends continue, it's not that far-fetched that cheap slop content, stuff just good enough, will soak up the majority of human attention. It could make us dumber, less informed, our attention spans.
So like I said, this is the thing too. Any content, any news, all before this year of 2023 or 2022, we all been listening to one people. Gaming industries, the people have been listening to the people. But now AI has caught us too with this to catch our brains and hook us up like we're in a mind computer in the AI. We could be in a simulation at this point. We might be in a simulation. Connect our brains connected into the AI world, thinking this is a real world. That's what it could have been.
It's even worse, increase political divides and make us neglect real human interaction.
Human connection is the one key, but now since a lot more stuff with society and more to human connection. That is the worst to hear, that this what AI has done to us.
If AI eats the majority of the attention pie, channels like ours will become unfeasible, or forced to downsize or use AI themselves to be able to compete. We don't want to play this game. How will we use AI? Like the Align tool in Adobe Illustrator. If you have a bunch of boxes and you want to line them up, you can do this manually one by one, or you can just select them, click Align, and have them perfectly aligned in an instant. It's the same with AI programming tools for animation, or using it as a faster Google alternative. AI is a helpful tool, but the creativity and integrity is still ours. So, dear Internet, here is what we're offering to you. Kurzgesagt is made by humans for humans, and it will remain that way. We'll produce well-researched content and invest a lot of time and our human creativity in our illustrations and animations. Put our creative soul into our work. We'll continue to fact-check and discuss our research with human experts to give you the most trustworthy information that we can. When we make mistakes, they will be our mistakes. We would rather quit than make AI slop. And full-time software license.
But yeah. This is why I say in my final words, AI is made for us. People made AI to use AI. But yet, the more we adapt to AI and the more it has gone to connect to the internet and connect to everything, it's really going to fear us in humanity of what do we expect AI in the next year. That's the one question that we need to ask ourselves, and the people out there who made these will ask this themselves. What have we done, and why did we do this? It could have been a good cause. It could have been a good effect. No. But overall, AI has make it worse. For now, this is the end of the talk of me talking about AI from the Random Talk series. Guys, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more. If you guys want more stuff or any topic you want me to talk about, I'm willing to talk about it, or we're going to go live and talk about it, or a podcast, or anything else. If you want to be in the podcast, we'll set up I'll find a time and day. We'll set up podcasts, and y'all can join for the Discord, and we'll be talking about random stuff. Anything you guys want to talk about, topics, we'll be just talking. But this is the video. I'm gonna go get for now, this will be it for now about talking about AI. I just want to say AI has been on my mind ever since I saw it at the beginning, and it's killing my brain to want me to explain this to myself this is my way of explaining AI in my words. But the final words for me to say about AI, do not let AI take over. We as the people need to fix this and not rely on AI slop, AI cheating on high school, cheating anywhere. It's not right. So that's all I gotta say for now. This is Dingy Tran, and I'll talk to you guys in the next Random Talk series. Peace.